Concessions, a smart strategy to get your house sold. Post NAR settlement, selling tips for the past few years, it's been mostly a seller's market. But the dynamics are shifting as the number of homes for sale grows. And what that means is that the market is balancing out. As a result, some sellers are finding they need to be more flexible to close a deal. One strategy that can help, offering concessions. As the National Association of Realtors, NAR, explains, as the home inventory begins to grow this spring and buyers regain some advantage in the market, sellers may consider offering more in negotiations to make the deal more attractive and to get it to the closing table. What are sellers' concessions? Concessions are home buying costs that a seller agrees to cover as a way to get their house sold. And based on the data from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, nearly 1 out of every 4 sellers, 24%, offered in concessions in 2024 before the NAR rules changed. Here are a few of the most common types of concessions. Covering closing costs. The seller pays for part of a percentage up to 6% of the buyer's closing costs, like appraisal fees, title insurance, or loan fees. Price adjustments instead of making repairs, or a seller might lower the purchase price to make up for the updates that the buyer would need to tackle. Adding a home warranty. A seller may throw in a home warranty, giving the buyer peace of mind for key repairs that could be covered in the first year. And don't worry, this doesn't mean that you have to come up with more cash to make it happen. These are things that get subtracted from your profits at the closing, not more funds that you have to bring to the table. And not at all are all concessions all about money. There are other extras that you could throw in, like if your buyer is coming from an apartment and has never had a yard before, they may ask if you'd be willing to leave your lawnmower behind. That's just another lever that you could use to help keep them happy. How concessions help sellers. Oh, Esther, offering concessions can be a smart strategy for sellers to get a deal done. Oh, as Dennis, a professor of finance and economics at the City University of New York, told the Mortgage Reports, pricing homes realistically and being willing to offer concessions, such as covering a portion of closing costs or including upgrades, will be a key to closing deals in a less frenzied market. For example, let's say you accepted an offer from a buyer, but after the inspection, they found out that there were some serious repairs and they want you to tackle them before you hand over the keys. Rather than starting at square one and searching for a new buyer, you can offer a concession. One option is that you could take on the repairs and cover the costs yourself. But if you really don't want the hassle of dealing with contractors, you could reduce your price by however much the repairs would cost. Alternatively, you could also offer to pay a portion of your buyer's closing costs with the expenses and the idea that they'd use the money they saved at the closing towards doing the repairs themselves. Either way, a concession can be a great way to meet in the middle. However, it's important to have an agent on your side to help with these negotiations. A good real estate agent can help you decide when and how to offer concessions, so you don't give away too much while you're still ensuring that your house gets sold. It's all about finding the right balance. Bottom line, with the market becoming more balanced, sellers' concessions are really coming back into play in many areas. The key is having an agent to help guide you through the process so that things work out in your favor. That's where I come in. That's what's a concession that you'd consider to move things along. Let's get together and talk about it. Have a great day, you guys. Thanks, concession.